The 2D platformer landscape has changed a lot since the last new Super Mario Bros. Game. And since then, 2D Mario adventures have for years been downgraded to Mario Maker by Nintendo. Still, the 2D Mario team wanted to do more, and thus began a long development cycle to find a solution. The conclusion is Super Mario Bros. Wonder. A bold specimen that feels familiar to peers, but also does things in its own unique way. Wonder moves away from some basic Mario principles, but is actually for the better. We will tell you all about it in this brutally honest review of the game, so be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Starting with story, as that is the shortest part. A narrative of Super Mario Bros. Wonder takes place in the Flower Kingdom, a location that is located away from the Mushroom Kingdom. Mario and his friends were invited by Prince Florian. The party has a lovely atmosphere until Bowser crashes the party. He touches the Wonder Flower and merges with Florian's castle to become Castle Bowser? In this form, Bowser runs amok across 7 different locales, and it is up to you and your friends to fix things in low and high water. It goes without saying, the story isn't a driving factor in Super Mario games, and that remains true in form in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Where it excels is storytelling through the means of world building. With snippets of dialogue scattered throughout, Wonder shows some of the most fun locales beamed into our retinas. Take the Petal Isles for example. This locale connects all the different worlds together, allowing you to explore the area surrounding Castle Bowser. As you inch closer to the castle, the musical mood darkens until you stand face to face with Bowser himself. Literally. And what impresses us more is that it changes what we know from previous 2D Mario entries and slims it down to a riskier package. Shining Falls is far more about the climb to the top, while Deep Magma Bog is finding your way through the area and uncovering some clever hidden exits spread throughout. They aren't just different theming, because the inherent world setup adds to Super Mario Bros. Wonder's variety. It is seriously impressive. And it doesn't surprise us, as Super Mario Bros. Wonder was developed by the Eternal 2D Mario team in Kyoto. In fact, I'm about to visit Nintendo Kyoto and more. Though a lot in the store is Japan exclusive, and this is where our sponsor, Play Asia, comes in with a helping hand, including when it comes to Japan exclusive Nintendo and Mario merch like the ones you see on the screen. Since 2002, they have provided the rest of the world with Japanese games, figurines and much more in merchandising. Most of all through the dedicated Asia English section. The English release is only available in Japan and Asia. Remember, there's no region lock on the Nintendo Switch. This includes releases of games and merchandise from Super Robot Wars, Gundam, Final Fantasy, Chrono Cross, Persona, Legend of Mana, and of course, Nintendo. All orders over $99 get free international shipping. And what is even better, Play Asia offers the same $99 shipping rules anywhere in the world. So what are you waiting for? With my promo code, you get 5% off on all Play Asia orders over $25 minus Switch eShop cards and PSN cards. Just add code Commonwealth in the checkout. And after covering all the wonder, we also have to point out the 2 downsides to the way that this game is set up. With 7 locales plus a super duper secret world. But even with it, it clocks in shorter than some recent Super Mario titles. While it is a bummer to not be overblown by content, how many levels of the recent 2D Mario titles do you sincerely remember? The main takeaway here is that Super Mario Bros. Wonder is going for quality rather than quantity, and in quality, it exceeds. More about that in just a moment. A bigger downside is that bosses play far less of a role than they did in previous titles. It is mostly Bowser and his son that you're dealing with, which might be disappointing for some. Some worlds simply don't even end with a boss fight if you can believe that. Don't be alarmed though, the payoff in the end is absolutely worth it. Since Super Mario Bros. Wonder is excellent in almost every other regard, the sheer amount of variety in the stages cannot be undersold. From the first level, the game introduces you to new mechanics and showcases them properly. Since Wonder isn't content with just giving you standard 2D courses to shift through, the player will encounter trials, puzzles, short but sweet break time stages, wiggler races, and so much more. This Super Mario game doesn't sit still and basically jumps to a new idea the moment it gets a chance. The only idea that doesn't fully land are the puzzle palaces. They aren't bad, particularly if you play with others or have the sensor badge, but on your own, it becomes far more of a pixel hunt. it is a small smudge in what otherwise is excellent stage building. There's a stark variety in what we call the regular stages as well, all thanks to the Wonder Flower. While the first half of a stage introduces you to a concept, the second half goes berserk thanks to this new magical object. And with it, the stage changes completely in a variety of ways. The movement speed might change, the perspective alters, you might be zoomed into space, or even a storm of enemies enter the screen. We could easily name every single concept given in these Wonder Flower portions, but we would be here all day and we don't want to spoil. Even then, it is far better to explore these things yourself and see what secrets Wonder has in store for you. The big takeaway from the stages in Super Mario Bros. Wonder is levity. The previous entries in this series focus on the collectibles, making for massive distractions. It became less enjoyable to get through the stage and became far more important to square away a list of accomplishments. Now, you can still do that if you want to, as the flagpole, the 3 big purple coins and the Wonder Seeds are still available and ready to be collected, but they are all deprioritized. Since, to see the ending of the game, the only thing that you need to collect are the Wonder Seeds. Most levels in Super Mario Bros. Wonder offer 2 to collect, one for completing the Wonder Flower portion and the other for touching the flagpole. Some levels might have 3, indicating that there is a second flagpole somewhere to be found, and all the other types of stages offer 1 Wonder Seed for completion. With the main collectible so easily obtainable, you're incentivized to look more around and take in the creativity put in by the 2D Mario team in Kyoto. And frankly, that rules. Wonder puts the focus back on the mechanics, which is where the game really comes into its own. Another element that causes far more freedom than before is how the world map is laid out. Outside of the first and last few levels, players can decide on what stages they want to tackle next. Younger gamers might focus on the stages of 2 or 3 stars, while players dedicated until the very end tackle the more hidden 4 or 5-star levels. There's a little something for everybody to see, regardless of skill level, but those who relish in platforming games might have a step up from the competition. As you progress through the game, you can even decide the order of the latter 3 worlds. You can, if you desire, go straight to Deep Magma Bog and leave some easier levels for later on. In this situation, the player will just start wrapping up the Petal Isles first, after which they can go wherever their heart desires. As we mentioned before, there's another collectible next to the Wonder Seeds, the purple coins, or flower coins, which are a currency used throughout the Flower Kingdom. By collecting enough of them, you can purchase a few things at Poplin shops. You can net yourself additional lives, buy standees to place in the game's online mode, or get badges that grant you special powers. A well-rounded player can easily get 999 coins over the course of playing, so be sure to spend some coinage or else you will likely regret it later down the line. Considering we have just mentioned them, let's talk about badges and the impact they have on the gameplay experience. And let us be upfront here and say that you don't need the badges to finish a good chunk of the game. Players will likely invent clever ways to overcome the challenges created by not using them. That being said, you would do yourself a disservice by not trying them out. They range in usefulness, but create fun throughout. A personal favorite is the grappling wine. Another fun one is the crouching high jump, where you charge your jump like in Super Mario Bros. 2, all to reach new heights quite quickly. Obviously, there are also badges that make the gameplay experience more palpable, particularly for less experienced platforming players. We have mentioned the sensor badge, which allows you to detect Wonder Flowers, Wonder Flower coins, or the big purple coins. Another important one is Add Blocks, which adds more obstacles for you to jump on, making levels easier to traverse. Ultimately, the badges are all about playing the way you would feel the most comfortable, as the 2D Mario team has catered to almost everyone with this title. Throughout the game, players can participate in special badge challenges that will help you to get most of a badge. They aren't for the faint of heart. The last thing we should mention regarding the gameplay experience are the characters. Super Mario Bros. Wonder has the most playable characters out of any mainline Mario game, and the result is a joy to behold. You can jump in as Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Blue and Yellow Toad, and Toadette. They all play the same and have access to the ability and power-ups pool, allowing you to just pick what you fancy. In addition, they are the Yoshis and Nabbit. They won't be able to transform at all, but these characters won't take any damage from enemies, which is rather perfect for a younger player or people who just want a casual experience. In that sense, we preferred playing as Yoshi, considering their tongue is a fun weapon in your arsenal. As far as the presentation of Super Mario Bros. Wonder is concerned, well, look at it. The game is fantastic to behold, with lush environments taking a key role in Mario's latest journey. It all feels so fresh, as it is all multi-layered, giving you always something to observe in the background and enjoy the sights of a vast journey. There are also many new enemies, characters and objects. The main cast have gotten some small overhauls as well, with Mario and friends having new expressions while exploring the Flower Kingdom. And that is the key word here: fun. Super Mario Bros. Wonder looks and is fun, and is not stagnant. The game constantly changes the rules, and the environmental elements go hand in hand with that. Fun can also be said about the soundtrack. Gone are the new Super Bass, as they have been replaced with a well-rounded track list that goes ahead with its 3D peers. No doubt, Koji Kondo was in charge, but also providing new tracks. The title song alone already puts you in the right mood to go hop, step and jump with our favorite Red Plumber. The same can be said about the voice acting. Yes, we miss Charles Martinet, but Kevin Afghani delivers a very solid first impression with this game. Needless to say, Super Mario Bros. Wonder is the best 2D Mario in a long time, with expressive animations and levels that are unparalleled in creativity. This adventure is one that shouldn't be missed and a must-own on the Nintendo Switch. Players are free to tackle the game in whatever ways they see fit. Use their favorite characters and badges, and see whatever the Wonder Flower portion throws their way next. It is a testament to the 2D Mario game, headed by Takashi Tezuka, with music from Koji Kondo, an experience packed to the brim with as many ideas as they could fit. In that sense, we can forgive the game for being shorter than its peers. That is the strength of Super Mario Bros. Wonder. It puts fun above all else, which is the profound approach to 2D gameplay in quite some time. Super Mario Bros. Wonder gets a 94 out of 100 from us. And that is it. We hope you enjoyed us pointing out both the wonderful and the few less wonderful sides of the latest Mario game. But now it is your turn to share your thoughts in the comments and leave a like, plus subscribe to not miss any upcoming brutally honest reviews. A big thanks to you for watching and to all our patreon.com/commonrealm patrons. You rock, and please enjoy one or both of these two awesome videos.